How's it going, everybody? John Polson here. Today is Wednesday, June 17th, and I am going to bring you today a market summary report for the month of May 2020. And I'm going to cover a couple different areas. We are in sort of interesting times right now. We are several months into the transitions that have been happening in business with COVID and coronavirus. And a lot of disruptions have happened, and I'm constantly being asked the question, what's happening in the real estate market? What's going on in real estate? How is this affecting you? Some people are concerned for me. Some people are concerned for themselves. Everybody wants to talk about real estate. Well, even in good times, people want to talk about real estate. Well, it's been a lot of uncertainty out there, so I thought that at this point, this would be a great time for me to spend a little bit of time diving in a little bit deeper into a market report to give you some information that hopefully you'll find very helpful, very beneficial, and even answer some of your questions. If nothing else, take a listen, watch. You may understand you may get a feel for what's happening. You may be surprised. I think you will actually be surprised at some of the results that I have to share with you. And what I'm going to actually do is give you a market summary of a couple different areas so that you can really get a feel for what's happening in the marketplace. Now, I'm going to concentrate in my general region and where I sell, but we're going to talk about a lot of different things kind of that are happening here. So let me share my screen and start with that. So actually, I want you to know kind of what's going on within these three primary market territories, and we're doing a report for May of 2020. And what I'm actually doing is giving a comparison of what's happening in May of 2019. That way, we can actually get a comparison of different timelines and kind of see how does what's happening today compared to what happened last year. We're looking at Hampton, Newport News, Yorktown. We have three different MLSs that we're going to be looking at. Actually, I'm really comparing information right now from two different MLSs. We're going to focus on the information in REIN to get the information for Hampton, Newport News, and Yorktown. We're going to get information from the Williamsburg MLS for the Williamsburg area, and then we're mostly going to concentrate on REIN for the Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex MLS information as well. So what we're really going to be looking at is what has sold in the market for single-family homes. Concentrate on single-family homes, all price ranges, and everything that's sold for these different marketplaces. So again, Hampton, Newport News, Yorktown. Well, where is that? Some people may not know too much about this area. So just a quick little primer on kind of what market territory we're looking at. So we are actually zooming in now using Google Earth to right now just zoomed in on the Williamsburg area. So I actually live in the Williamsburg area, and the Williamsburg area is on this neck of land that's just called the Peninsula. So it's the Peninsula of Virginia, and we got I-64 here coming down from Richmond. It leads all the way down to Newport News, Hampton, and what they call the Hampton Roads area. There's still a debate as to what they want to call that, but whether it's called Coastal Virginia or the Hampton Roads area. But now I am not looking at this area down here, which is Norfolk and Virginia Beach. This is the area that they typically want to call Coastal VA. But we are looking at Hampton, Newport News, Yorktown. And then I'm also looking into the marketplace for the Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex, which is called the Middle Peninsula. So that's this area here, the Middle Peninsula, south of the Rappahannock River. So everything from the south, from the Rappahannock River to the James River, up to just about where West Point is, and then over into New Kent County, and then down to Providence Forge and Charles City County, down the peninsula to Hampton, Newport News. All right, so that's our primary market areas that I'm looking at when I'm doing my research here that I want to share with you. And so here's the map area for the Newport News market, which includes Hampton and Yorktown, as I defined. It's everything from the Naval Weapons Station on the peninsula, south and east, to kind of cut across Route 60 over to Grove, which is just east of Williamsburg. And then everything south and east on the peninsula, south of Gloucester Point. So I'm not going into Gloucester with this search, but every house that's sold during the month of May in this little market area. Okay. And let's take a look at actually what the sales were for May of 2020. We had, during that month, this is a whole month's worth of sales in the REIN MLS. REIN stands for the Real Estate Information Network. So that's the primary MLS for this region, really. It certainly has a majority of listings that are covered. So that's why it's the most accurate, going to give you the best information. There are 473 total single family homes that sold during the month of May. We had a highest home price of $845,000. We had an average home price, or the mean home price, of $234,945. Median home price of $216,500. Median is different than mean. So I want to kind of define that for a moment. So let me stop my share. So the median home price is that section of the list, basically, where half of the homes that sold for more than the median price of $216,500. Half of them sold for less than $216,500. That's different than that's the median. That's different than the mean, which is the average. So you take the whole, add them all up, divide them by the number of listings that there were, and that's your mean. So back into screen sharing and back into my presentation. Okay, there we go. So the average 234,945, median 216,500. The average days on market was 45, and the median days on market was 25. Now I want to take a quick look and compare what was happening in May of 2019. Well, in May of 2019, we had 551 total single-family home sales. We had a highest home price of $942. So those two things are actually telling me that in 2019 there was more activity and we had a higher home sale price. We had an average home price, however, of $226,997. Back to that in a second. Median home price of $209. Average days on market of 60. Median days on market of 28. Wait a minute. Our average home price in the month of May 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, is almost $10,000 higher than it was in 2019. Our median home price is $7,000 higher, $7,500 higher in the middle of a pandemic than it was in 2019. How can that possibly be? Our average days on market is almost 2 weeks less in 2020 than it was in May of 2019. Our median days on market is 25. So we're about the same on that. We have a whole lot fewer home sales though. So there's a couple of indicators here, a couple of things that are kind of interesting that I want to point out on this. We have fewer home sales, but we have an increase in home prices. How can that possibly be? Well, the reason that is we've got a lot of sellers who pulled their homes off the market. We already had a tremendous shortage of inventory. We had a shortage of homes available for buyers to choose from. That was coming into 2020, out of 2019. And then we had a pandemic where we had a lot of listings that have pulled off the market. The spring market hasn't happened yet. We're starting to see more homes that are going to be coming on the market. We are starting to see an opening of the gates as far as buyer activity. Buyers want houses. People want to get out of apartments. They want to be in control of their environment. We'll talk about that in a different video. This is just a market report, but this is what's happening, folks. We have fewer homes that are selling, but we have a very stable real estate market with very stable prices, even going up in the middle of a pandemic. So what do you get for your money in Hampton, Newport News, Yorktown? We've got a highest home price of $845,000. Well, that's what it looks like. $845,000 gets you a nice home on the water in Yorktown. Actually, let's take a little bit closer look at that. Actually, pulled a little data set. Let's see if we can bring up that report. And we will go back into the results display and we will take a look at it. So there's that home. That was actually, nope. Let's take a look and sort it a little differently here. There's our $845,000 house. That was 206 Yorkview Road in Yorktown, Virginia. Where is that? Let's take a look on the map so you actually get a feel for where that is. It's right at the, that's right on the water in the west branch of the Wormley Creek, which is just east of the Coleman Bridge. So it's just down from the Coleman Bridge, right at the mouth of the York River. So we're really close to colonial Yorktown, the colonial area of Yorktown over here. We're easily in easy proximity to the major military bases that are in the Hampton Roads, Newport News area. You know, this particular home is in an area of very nice homes. They're obviously on the water. This one's on the water. And so from your water frontage here, you're just minutes to the mouth of the you're at the mouth of the York River. You're right at the Chesapeake Bay. You are minutes to the Atlantic Ocean. You get out and across the other side of the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, and you are out into the great Atlantic Ocean. You can get anywhere on the Chesapeake Bay from this location. So that is an awesome piece of waterfront for somebody to hopefully enjoy. This home had, let's see, it had 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, 1 half bath, and it had, let's see, over 4,450 square feet, and it had 3.5 feet of mean low tide water depth. So you had a pier, you had your water frontage, beautifully appointed. This home really obviously showed very well. You can't build this house for what they paid for it. It would be very hard to acquire the land and actually be able to build this house. You probably, there's just no way you're going to build this house of this quality for that price. So somebody's going to be able to enjoy this home, and I think they're going to do really well. We're hopefully looking for a long time. But you can see, I'm just going to scroll through some pictures here really quick, just so you can kind of get a feel for what $845,000 paid for in the month of May of 2020. So you got your granite countertops, you got your crown moldings, your nice rich features, you know, your fireplace, beautiful windows. These are probably, so you got some casement windows here, probably Pella or Anderson's or some other premium, you know, window quality with your double pane. So you got nice bedrooms. I think every bedroom here has its own bathroom probably, because you've got, let's see, you had 5 bedrooms, but you had 4 full baths. So pretty much a bathroom for almost every bedroom. Beautiful master suite. This is a huge master suite. I love this master suite in this house. Windows all around. Just a beautiful sitting area, beautiful bathroom, nice showers. And then you got the den, your sitting area. Lots of space in this house, just beautiful. Looks pretty on the outside. Nice architecture. And then here's the front of your house. So just, you know, on a waterfront property, the front of your house is always the back of the house. So the back of the house faces the water, and that's where you really have your rich feature. Look at all the decks on this house. This is just awesome. Then you're right out there to the water. Keep your boat right out to the Chesapeake Bay. I mean, you're right there at the mouth of the creek too. That's really cool. If you are protected, you're on a protected harbor. You got 3.5 feet mean low water. So this is kind of, I don't know. There's just a lot going on here. So that's a really nice house for $845,000. Well, not everybody's going to do $845,000. So what does that look like right in the middle of that market? What does $234,500 get you? $235,000. So we'll jump over to the middle, the mean, the average price point, and that falls right here at $235,000. We're looking for sale price here though. Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm gonna jump back in my list. So we're looking for a sale price of $235,000. That's right where the average is. So right here at $235,000. Where's that? 234, 234. Oh, wow. We have one at $234,500. Let's take a look at that. That is 39 Bannister Drive in Hampton, Virginia. Where is that on the map? Here it is on the map. So you're near Armistead Heights. You're not too far from the Coliseum. Okay, so we are right off of Armistead Avenue. This is kind of in the heart of Hampton, really just a few minutes from downtown, real close to the water, real close to the bases. You got Langley and Shipyard, and everything is easy commute from this. You got Fort Eustis a little further up the way here. So it's kind of in the heart of everything right here. $234,500. And we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story house built in 1964, 1,696 square feet. Listing price was $234,500, and it sold for $234,500. It had an original listing price of $239,900. Let's take a look at some pictures just to get a feel for it. This house has been updated. There's no way this house is the original. In fact, I lived in a house like this when I was, my first house was like this. It was a tri-level, and my first home had a very similar layout. This is actually really cool. Some people really love it. There's a lot of stairs in these homes, because you're going to go up to get from one place to the bedroom. You're going to go down to go to the den. And usually it's just a couple stairs here, a couple stairs there, but been remodeled. Looks like it, you know, nice home, nice neighborhood. $234,500. Mine had a fireplace in the den just like that too. That was pretty cool. So again, just scrolling through some pictures, you get a feel for what $235,000 looks like. So let's look at another home that was in the same price point. And here one's got another one for $235,000. This is Clipper Drive in Hampton. Again, these are popping up in Hampton. So we're seeing some Hampton listings right now. This is actually a home that was 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths. 2 stories, built in 1971, 1,914 square feet. And you can see now, again, you got some nice features, nice and fresh looking. This house looks like it's been staged. Modern bathroom, modern fixtures, modern appliances. So this home has been remodeled and refreshed, put on the market. We're seeing a lot of that, actually. There's a lot of homes that are being remodeled and refreshed, and so basically you're getting almost a new home. When you buy a home like this, you are buying a almost new home for yourself. It just happens to have, you know, some older structure. It's going to be in a more established neighborhood. So again, nice home, nice neighborhood in Hampton. Let's see what kind of comes next on the list as we jump through the next listing. Claxton Street, and this is Seaford. So this is actually in Yorktown, a little further up the peninsula. We'll look on the map and I'll actually show you where that is. So yeah, really close to the water here, actually, in Seaford. Seaford is this little neck of land that comes out. So it's north of Pocosin, and this is actually not too far off of Back Creek. So easily commutable, though, to most of the bases in the area. Easily commutable to almost any place that you'd need to be in the Newport News Hampton Roads marketplace anyway. And here we have, let's take a look at the listing. It's actually 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 8 rooms, 1 single story, 1966, and it's exactly 2,000 square feet. So let's take a look at some pictures. Okay, so this one, you can see got some new countertops, but they've kind of kept things as they were. So it's had some remodel stuff done, some updating, some freshening. But it looks like they tried to keep this house a lot of the same of what its original bones, original structure was. So it looks like it's been refreshed. They've really done some things here with the bathroom. So you know, one of the things you'll find when you're shopping for real estate, you got some things that really appeal to. There's a buyer for every home, and there's, you know, some things will really appeal to certain people. And when you get certain things, you know, maybe very polarizing for one individual, may not like it, but somebody's really going to love some of the stuff that they see in some of these homes. So they did a virtual tour, and that's what those little things were. All right, so that's some examples of. So that's what the market looked like May of 2020 in the Hampton Roads, Hampton, Newport News, Yorktown area. Now I want to take a little bit closer look at what's going on in Williamsburg. So in Williamsburg, breaking the map, we're actually going into a different MLS. That was the REIN MLS. REIN is the Real Estate Information Network. So now we're going into a different MLS here to get information for Williamsburg. And it's going to be defined as the area from the Naval Weapons Station on the peninsula down to Grove, right where we were before. And we're looking at everything north and west of that. South of the York River, going up to West Point, going up to a little bend in the river on the Mattaponi, down into New Kent, through Providence Forge, Charles City, and then back over to the James River, and then following the river around. Everything that's in this area is what I looked at for the month of May in the Williamsburg MLS. Okay, so let's take a look at that actual MLS and see what that report looks like. Because we're going to jump back into the data set. So in May of 2020 in Williamsburg, we actually had 170 total single-family homes that sold. Our highest home price was $1.1 million. Our average home price was $343,602. That is about $100,000 more than it was in Newport News, Hampton, Yorktown. Take note of that. That is really indicative of the difference in Williamsburg because of its makeup. Williamsburg tends to be a lot more second homes, vacation homes, not so much vacation homes, but retirees. So there's a lot of premier home communities that are in the Williamsburg market. Obviously, the average home price, $100,000 higher than it would be in the Newport News, Hampton area. So prices are just higher. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Let's see if I can hold off on that. All right. So the highest home price was 1.1. The average was 343. The median home price was 315. Days on market is 54. Median days on market 24. So how does that compare to what happened last year? Last year we had we had 193 home sales. So we had, again, a reduction in home sales from 2019 to 2020. Our average home price was $354,138. So we actually had a lower, we have a lower average home price in 2020 than we had in 2019, and our median home price was $338. Going back, trying to go back. So we're going to look at, that was $315 for this year. So things are a little bit less in Williamsburg this year than they were last year. Not to be concerned though, because quite frankly, our average days on market is less and our median days on market is less. We have a very strong market in the Williamsburg area. It continues to be strong. This average home price going down a little bit, all that means is probably some fewer high-end homes were listing. People didn't need to sell them. They may have pulled them off the market. We had a lot more of the average home prices that are selling. When I say average, I mean the homes that are less than $300,000. There's probably quite a few of them that sold, more of them potentially of the market makeup than are usual. We have a tremendous shortage of inventory. This is continuing, and this is actually why we're seeing a reduction of the actual sales and yet a stabilizing in the price. There's buyers that are still out there. Buyers are still active, but they're shopping for fewer homes. So they're actually having to take what's there. And those homes are getting off of the market. And it kind of worries me a little. We need to see some more homes coming on the market. So if you're out there looking to sell, I'm just trying to reinforce for you what's happening in the marketplace. But there should be some confidence, I think, coming through in some of these numbers. It certainly is giving me a lot of confidence about what's happening in the numbers. So what do you get for your money in the Williamsburg, James City County, New Kent, and West Point area? This is an interesting thing to look at. It's always fun to look at this kind of stuff. So here, the highest home price, the highest home sale was $1.1 million, and that was at 6413 Conservancy Road in Williamsburg. So this is actually over, I'll show you on the map. It's over near the Williamsburg Winery. Kind of a nice little area just off of College Creek. So off of 199 south of town, just around the corner from Kings Mill and not too far from Colonial Williamsburg. Just beautiful area over here, just off of the James River, and just a few minutes from Busch Gardens. But this is a beautiful home in a beautiful area of town. Here we'll get a little bit of a picture here. I'll share some pictures. Hopefully we'll get some. Hopefully my internet will continue to cooperate here. I'm not sure what happened. So I'm trying to bring these pictures up. Sorry about that, folks. I really wanted to be able to see what that listing looked like. Sometimes that happens. We need to log back into the MLS. I don't think that's what happened, but well, I hope that we can still look at that listing, but we'll jump back into the actual. We will look back. Yeah, there's the actual the listing data set. And let's see if we can actually bring that listing back up again. See if there we go. Now we're loading the pictures. All right, so this is what $1.1 million will buy you in Williamsburg. Very contemporary architecture, a lot of landscaping going on, just beautiful interior and outdoor spaces. This is a lot of house. This is a very large home, a lot of modern features, modern appliances, all the upscale stuff that you would put into a home, you know, everything you would expect. Grand open spaces, amazing entertaining opportunities in a home like this. A lot of rich features. You know, you got a lot of custom elements in this home from the design. This has a lot of architectural interest. This space is really intriguing because you have all these different doors and hip roofs and the design elements that come into this room and these spaces. A lot of windows looking out to the creek. Beautiful, wow, beautiful bathroom. You know, it even has a gym, your own workout room. Some drone video, drone shots. So this house was, let's see. Oh, looking for totals here. 5 total bedrooms, built in 1991, has 14 total rooms. 5,795 square feet. So there is a lot of stuff going on in that house. And that again is the highest price home in May of 2020. So if we're looking again, so here, let's take a look at what the average was, $343,602. So we'll look at the sales price and we'll go right in the middle of the list at $343,602. Let's see what 343 343. What does 343 looks like? This one looks like right about in the middle. So that is actually in York County. And this is Arbordale. This is a new subdivision over in, okay, so Arbordale is a new home subdivision built by Ryan Homes. This is actually, I'm not going to get many pictures out of this one, I can see, but this is a subdivision that is developed in partner with Mid-Atlantic Residential. This is my real estate firm that actually partnered with Ryan on getting this subdivision put in. But let's see. These are really nice homes over here. These are what's considered downsizing, right sizing type of community, and it's a planned community over. I'll actually show you where it is on the map. It is over near the Walmart, just off of 199 and Richmond Road. So the Walmart is right off of here. This is the I-64 and the Lightfoot exit, and it's just off of Rochambeau Road over here. Sorry, that's the cut through. I call it cut through, but yeah. So anyway, Arbordale is right over here, and there's it's a new home community. There's a new apartments going in over here. New some mixed office buildings and office spaces that are over here. You got some existing home sales that would be in this area as well. So let's kind of take a look at what was kind of next in the marketplace. So at 340, we have this home at, this is in Stonehouse. This is Stonehouse subdivision, which is out in Toano. We have 4 bedrooms, 2,168 square feet, 3567 Splitwood Road. You're welcome to take a look at this in the Zillow or wherever you want to take a look at it. But here we'll just take a look at some pictures just so you can kind of see. Again, this is the average home in the marketplace. A lot of space, a lot of house. So this is significantly $100,000 more expensive than what you would be buying on average in the Newport News, Hampton Roads area. But this is just an average home price in the Williamsburg area. So a little bit of not quite apples to apples comparison because we're $100,000 price point higher than what we were looking at over in Hampton, Newport News area. But just wanted to get you, I wanted you to know what the averages are. So these are what the averages are. And here is a home that is Widgeon Court. And this is Providence Forge. So this is the same MLS, but we're up in Providence Forge now. So we're a little bit further outside of town. We're out in the country now. Okay, so get a little bit of a feel for where this is. It's actually a little bit closer proximity to Richmond, so we're actually almost in the midpoint, even on the Richmond side of the center between Williamsburg and Richmond. So this is Brickshire. Brickshire is a community that's out near the racetrack. So this is right next to or in the community that's very close proximity to. There's golf courses here, and the Colonial Downs racetrack is over here too. So here we've got 4 bedrooms, 2,900 square feet. And sorry, I'm scrolling through these pictures pretty quickly because I know this is going to be a pretty long presentation as we go through it all. But this gives you a feel, again, right in the middle, $343,000. This is in the Williamsburg MLS. We are not in Williamsburg, but we are in the Williamsburg MLS, and this is just an average home price. This is what an average home price of $345,000 will get you in this region. A lot of storage. Nice home, nice neighborhood, and that's what your averages are in the Williamsburg area MLS. So now actually I want to take, lastly, I want to look at the Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex area, because this is a market area that a lot of people will look at. If you're in the Newport News, Hampton Roads area and you can't afford Yorktown, you don't want to live in Newport News or Hampton because there's a lot of congestion, maybe you want to be outside away from the city area, well, a lot of people end up going over towards Gloucester because as we just saw, the Williamsburg market is also more expensive. So over in Gloucester, though, it's a little bit more rural feel. And we have the REIN MLS that we're going to pull data set from because a majority of the Gloucester listings will be also in the REIN MLS. They'll also go in the Chesapeake Bay and Rivers MLS. And I didn't look at that one just in the interest of time, just pulling from one MLS data set here. So for Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex, again, I just did that geographic area, Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex. We had 59 total home sales in the month of May 2020. Our highest home price was $608,500, and our average was $246,520. So obviously less than Williamsburg, higher than over in the Newport News, Hampton area. And that's because there's a lot of lower price homes that sell in Hampton and Newport News. Hampton tends to be a little bit lower. Newport News a little bit more on the average. Yorktown being pretty high. But there's a lot of homes that sell down there significantly. There's 10 times more homes that sell in the Newport News, Hampton, Yorktown area than sell in all of Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex. 59 compared to 500. So the average home price is $246,520. Median home price $230. Days on market 52. Median days on market 15. What does that compare to last year? Wow, 54 for last year in that time period. Highest home price last year in May of 2019 was $519. Average home price $228,909. Wait a minute, go back on that again. $246,520 in the month of May 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, compared to last year at $228,909, $224,950 for our median. Days on market 122 and 60. Whoa, less than half the time average days on market, less than half. That is a huge reduction in days on market. Folks, we have a tremendous shortage of inventory, but we have a lot of demand that's going on in this marketplace. But the prices are stable. But look at it. Prices are going up. Prices are up for the Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex area. So what do you get for your money in Gloucester, Matthews, Middlesex? $608,500. What does that get for you? So we'll jump back into our MLS data search, and we will go to my save searches and we'll look for Gloucester. There we go. All right, so the highest home price that we had sold was $608,500. That was 6755 Ware Neck Road. Where is that? Here it is on the map. So Ware Neck is this neck of land called Ware Neck. It's right off the North River, and it's north of town. So this is outside of Gloucester Courthouse. We're coming up from Gloucester Point. So from Gloucester Point to Gloucester Courthouse, about a half an hour. So 15 minutes or so to get over here to Ware Neck. So this would be about a 45-minute, probably more like an hour commute almost if you're going to certain parts of Newport News. But whoever bought this property probably isn't worried about commuting anywhere. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But this is a let's see, 4 bedrooms, 3 full, 2 half baths. 2006 was when it was built, and it's over 4,287 square feet. This is a very feature-rich house lighting with the custom cabinetry and just the decoration style. A lot of color, so there's a lot of flair in this house, but definitely some rich appointments. Beautiful granite countertops, rich, looks like maple cabinetry, and a lot of custom features, a lot of custom wood tones in the trim work, a lot of tile, a lot of lights, a lot of lighting in here, a lot of recessed lighting that you see in this. So there's a lot of custom features in this. So this is a custom house. Beautiful home. Wow, look at the richness in some of these appointments. A lot of open space. Again, that's $608,000, I think was the price, somewhere in that ballpark. Oh, yeah, okay, look at this. So you got a movie theater. So some features that you're just not going to have in other homes. Wow, it's a nice master bathroom. You can even see you got your makeup areas, your makeup stations, and individual sinks. Beautiful house. Beautiful home. Definitely some color choices in there that you can see. They were not afraid of color. Beautiful outdoor area with the pool house, private backyard, beautiful landscaping. This is just a gorgeous house. The waterfall feature coming out of, that's awesome. Some really awesome features there. Next to the garage, even the garage has some custom touches. So that's just a beautiful, gorgeous house. You can't build that house for what they sold it for. You can't build a house like that for that price. All right, so now I actually want to take a look at, again, what's happening on the averages. So what our averages were around 240. Let's take a look again. What was our average? Our average was 246,520. So at 246,520, we're going to go and select our close price. Okay, so here we go. All right, we got a much shorter list to choose from. There's 244.9. What was an average home price of 240? What does that look like? All right, so this is Spring Branch Drive in North. This is actually in Matthews County. And all right, so we got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, built in 2007, a little over 1.8 acres, and we got about 1,500 square feet. This is a nice home in a rural area. So sorry, I forgot to bring up the map. Let's bring up the map so you can actually get a feel for where that is, for those of you that are paying attention. This is North, which is, so this is next to James Store. So you're coming out of Gloucester. So if you're coming up from Newport News, you would come up 17, you'd turn right on 14, and then you'd come up to James Store. And then you're in the little village of North, and North is kind of this area of Matthews, because this is should be the North River. So that's the North River right there. And then you've got this little house right in the middle of the neck of the land there. So this is not waterfront or anything. This is just a nice home in a nice area. This could very well be a home that somebody could commute to Newport News from this area. It's a long commute, but some people really don't mind when you're living in this area. You're living there because you want to be out and away from things. You want to have your own space. This home has a lot of features for the money. And if you compare it to what you were getting in the Newport News, Hampton area, you got a lot more open space. You got a lot more house for the money. And you're out and away from everything. That's why this area of the Middle Peninsula draws a lot of potential buyers, because you kind of get more for the money, and then you've got your open space that you don't have to worry about traffic. You still have the conveniences. Gloucester is probably Gloucester Courthouse area. Walmart's probably only about 10 minutes or so from this location, maybe a little bit more, 12 minutes or so. Should be less than 15. But yeah, and then you've got the village of Matthews, which is real nearby. So this is just a cool house, real representative of what's in the market for that price range. Take a look at what's next. Haywood Lane. This is Hayes. So this is down at the point, or near the point in Gloucester. Rather than me tell you, let's look it up on the map so you can actually feel for it and see where it is. So this is Hayes, Virginia, which is down near Gloucester Point. And so we're actually looks like we're off of Tide Mill Road. That's actually Guinea Road. And we're in a spot that's really close to the water here. So this is not a waterfront property, but we are really close to the water right there. It might even have a water view based on where it looks like it's at on the map. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath, and 1.5 acres, built in 1988, 1,451 square feet. This is a nice house. Nice yard. You can really see that there's some open space there. Well cared for. Kind of looks like a historic home almost. In fact, it might have even been a historic home. I don't know the history on this house, but it's just got this is a well-appointed, this is a nice house with money. You can see it's got, and even an older kitchen that's been updated. Nice granite countertops. Beautiful home. This is a really nice looking home. In fact, I think I know who would have done this house. So this is, you can really see some nice features built into. This is a really nicely redone home. This is not what this home looked like a few years ago, folks. So great job on the remodel on this house. Beautiful yard. Guarantee this is not what that house looked like a few years ago. Clopton Drive. So this is, again, is in Hayes. This is, let's take a look at the map so you kind of get a feel for where that is. Hayes is that southern area of Gloucester County. This is off of Hickory Fork Road, so it's actually just a few minutes from the bridge. It's maybe 5 or 6 miles up from the bridge or so. And so you're just a few minutes from Gloucester Courthouse area, which is a little further up, about 20 minutes up there to the Gloucester Courthouse. But you got all your conveniences are nearby. Easy commute to Newport News, Hampton Roads area, or over to Williamsburg. Nice openness in this house. Okay, so we've got 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, built in 2001, and it's over 1,400 square feet. with a garage, big open living area. This is the epitome of the open concept design that most people are looking for. Contemporary kind of colors, a lot of grays going on. So this house was nice open features like the countertops. And, you know, kind of polarizing because you got some definitely colors that are going on there. What do you think of the floors? I think that's really pretty. Kind of what you expect to get for the money. This is the average home that you get in the Gloucester area for that $245,000 price point. Nice backyard. Even if it came with an above ground pool, liability or not, you can take it or leave it. But it's got a garage as well. Nice home, nice neighborhood. And then Lord Carrington Drive. So this is, yeah, this is a, let's take a look. Actually, I'll bring it up on the map. So this is right outside of Gloucester Courthouse. Really convenient area. A lot of homes up here in this area. So we were literally just outside of Gloucester Courthouse, probably less than 2 miles or so from the Gloucester Courthouse, maybe 5-minute drive or something to get over there. 3 bedroom, 2 baths, 1987, 1,733 square feet. Founders Mill is the subdivision. Nice home, nice neighborhood, $245,000. See what the actual price was. $235,000 was our selling price. Sorry, I'm going through these pictures kind of quick. This house obviously had somebody that was living there. It's got some modern features, but some things that could be, you know, updated. Get some nice size rooms. And this is an easy commute to the Hampton Roads area. A lot of people do choose to commute from this part of Gloucester to Newport News if they're working maybe even at the shipyard or places in Newport News. So it's about a 45-minute commute or so to most parts of Newport News and Hampton. Nice home, nice neighborhood in Gloucester, $245,000. Guys, this is what the market looks like today in June of 2020. And I hope that gives you at least a better idea of kind of what the markets look like. That is my market report. I'm going to be doing these regularly. And so I'd look for another one in the middle of July. We're seeing more information that's coming through. I hope this gives you a great idea of what we're seeing in the market. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. It's going to be on YouTube, so subscribe to me, please. You know, like my page. Tell your friends. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Glad to do a market analysis for you in your own home. If you're out there shopping for houses, you know, get in touch with me. We'll be glad to show you any of these markets in these areas. But folks, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great evening. So that's sorry for any delays on the clicking there, but yeah, I just wanted to say goodbye, good night, and enjoy your evening. I will talk to you soon.